A cycloconverter can be A. Step down, B. Step up, C. Step down or step up, D. None of the above. The correct answer is step down or step up. In the below figure, the average load current is 15 A. The RMS value of transformer secondary current is A. 15 A, B. 10.61 A, C. 7.5 A, D. 14.14 A. The correct answer is 10.61 A. In a three-phase fully controlled converter, the firing frequency is A. 3 times the line frequency, B. 6 times the line frequency, C. 9 times the line frequency, D. 12 times the line frequency. The correct answer is 6 times the line frequency. Two thyristor of same rating and same specifications. A will have equal turn on and turn off periods. B will have equal turn on but unequal turn off periods. C may have equal or unequal turn on and turn off periods. D will have unequal turn on and turn off periods. The correct answer is may have equal or unequal turn on and turn off periods. The amount of dielectric heating is inversely proportional to frequency. A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is false. A semiconverter feeding an RLE load operates in A. First quadrant only, B. First and second quadrants, C. First and fourth quadrants, D. First and third quadrants. The correct answer is first quadrant only. The phenomenon of overlap in converter operation due to A. Source resistance, B. Source inductance, C. Both source resistance and source inductance, D. High value of firing angle. The correct answer is source inductance. A thyristor has a maximum allowable junction temperature of 120 C and the ambient temperature is 40 C. If thermal resistance is 1.6 cW, the maximum allowable internal power dissipation is A. 20 watts, B. 50 watts, C. 92 watts, D. 128 watts. The correct answer is 50 watts. For a 12-pulse operation, the two 6-pulse units are fed by A. YY and YY transformers, B. N transformers, C. YY and Y transformers, D. Y and Y transformers. The correct answer is YY and Y transformers. In a single-phase full-wave converter M2 connection feeding a highly inductive load, the firing angle for each thyristor is A in the respective half cycle. The period of conduction of each thyristor is APA, BP, CPA, DP2A. The correct answer is P. An SCR is triggered at 40 in the positive half cycle only. The average anode current is 50 A. If the firing angle is changed to 80, the average anode current is likely to be A. 50 A, B. 25 A, C. less than 50 A but more than 25 A, D. less than 25 A. The correct answer is less than 50 A but more than 25 A. The characteristics of a nonlinear resistance is IKV4. If I becomes 100 times, V becomes A. about 100 times, B. about 10 times, C. about 3 times, D. about twice. The correct answer is about 3 times. In a step-down chopper using pulse width modulation T on 3x103 and T of 1x103s, the chopping frequency is A. 333.33, B. 250, C. 500, D. 1000. The correct answer is 250. Thyristors are suitable for DC circuit breakers but not for AC circuit breakers. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is false. The value of capacitor C for dynamic equalizing circuit of series connected thyristors is determined by A. Forward characteristics of thyristors. B. Reverse recovery characteristics of thyristors. C. Both forward and reverse recovery characteristics of thyristors. D. None of the above. The correct answer is reverse recovery characteristics of thyristors. A chopper. A. Converts constant voltage DC into AC and then into variable voltage DC. B. Converts constant voltage DC into variable voltage DC directly. C. Converts AC of one frequency into AC of another frequency. D. Converts AC to DC. The correct answer is converts constant voltage DC into variable voltage DC directly. In a single-phase full-wave regulator, the firing angles in the positive and negative half cycles are generally A. Equal. B. Different. C. Equal or different. D. Different but sometimes equal. The correct answer is equal. An electric heater is controlled by thyristors through on-off control. If a 0.4 the heating is A. 16 maximum, B. 40 of maximum, C. 60 of maximum, D. 84 of maximum. The correct answer is 40 of maximum. A 2-winding transformer is feeding a single-phase half-wave rectifier circuit. The load is purely resistive. The RMS value of transformer secondary current is IS and RMS value of load current in IRMS. Then, AIS IRMS irrespective of the value of firing angle. BIS 0.5 IRMS irrespective of the value of firing angle. CIS IRMS if firing angle is less than 30. DIS IRMS if firing angle is more than 30. The correct answer is IS IRMS irrespective of the value of firing angle. The terminals of a power BJT are called A. Emitter base collector, B. Emitter base drain, C. Source base drain, D. Source base collector. The correct answer is emitter base collector. In single-phase half-wave regulator, the average current over one full cycle A is always positive, B may be positive or negative, C may be negative, D is always negative. The correct answer is always negative. The dynamic equalizing circuit consists of a series combination of capacitor C and resistor RC across each thyristor. This resistance RC along with parallel connected diode A limits charging current, B limits discharging current, C limits both charging and discharging currents, D none of the above. The correct answer is limits discharging current. A single-phase semiconverter is feeding a highly inductive load and has freewheeling diode across the load. The waveshapes of output voltage and output current A are similar, B are not similar, C may be similar or dissimilar, D are similar only if firing angle is 0. The correct answer is are not similar. Current derating may be necessary when thyristors are operating in A. Series, B. Parallel, C. Series or parallel, D. None of the above. The correct answer is parallel. If duty cycle is A and the load is a resistance R, the RMS value of output voltage is A AV, B AV, C a 2V, D. The correct answer is AV. For A BJT a 0.98, then A 0.02, B 0.5, C 4.9, D 49. The correct answer is 49. A 3 kV circuit uses SCR of 800 V rating. If derating is 25, the number of SCRs in series is A4, B5, C6, D8. The correct answer is 5. In a circuit using a full wave converter M2 connection, the PIV of each thyristor is 400 V for the same output voltage, and fully controlled bridge converter PIV will be A 400 V, B 800 V, C 200 V, D 202 V. The correct answer is 200 V. A DC separately excited motor has constant field current. The armature is fed from a single-phase supply through a full converter. When a zero speed is 500 rpm. If a 45, the speed is likely to be A about 350 rpm, B about 250 rpm, C about 175 rpm, D about 125 rpm. The correct answer is about 125 rpm. In a multiphase chopper, all choppers operate together. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. The terminals of a power MOSFET are called A emitter base collector, B source gate drain, C source base drain, D emitter gate drain. The correct answer is source gate drain. A single-phase half-wave controlled rectifier circuit has a freewheeling diode. The load is a combination of R and L. The firing angle is A. The period of conduction of SCR and freewheeling diode respectively are A ATP and PT2P, A, B ATP and PT2P, C ATP A and P AT2P, D ATP and PT2P A. The correct answer is ATP and PT2P A. In a thyristor, the gate current is increased, then A anode current will increase, B anode current will decrease, C anode current will remain constant, D anode current may increase or decrease. The correct answer is anode current will remain constant. Thyristors are not suitable for logic circuits. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. The number of leads in an SCR are A2, B3, C4, D5. The correct answer is 3. A thyristor has a turn-on time of 6s. If the anode circuit is inductive, the turn-on time will be A 6s, B less than 6s, C more than 6s, D either 6s or less. The correct answer is more than 6s. The total number of leads in reverse conducting thyristor is A2, B3, C1, D4. The correct answer is 3. If VDC1 is the DC output voltage in half-wave controlled rectifier circuit feeding resistive load, and VDC2 is the DC output voltage in full-wave controlled rectifier circuit M2 connection feeding resistive load, then A VDC1 0.5 VDC2 for all values of firing angle, B VDC1 VDC2 for all values of firing angle, C VDC1 0.5 VDC2 for all values of firing angle, D VDC1 0.5 VDC2 for all values of firing angle. The correct answer is VDC1 0.5 VDC2 for all values of firing angle. A semiconverter operates in two quadrants. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. Figure shows a chopper feeding RLE load. The freewheeling diode conducts when A thyristor is on, B thyristor is off, C. Both when thyristor is on and thyristor is off. D. Partly when thyristor is off and partly when thyristor is on. The correct answer is thyristor is off. A single-phase half-wave rectifier is feeding a resistive load. When a 0 DC output voltage is 127 V. When a 30 the DC output voltage will be about A. 127 V, B. 120 V, C. 110 V, D. 100 V. The correct answer is 120 V.